Ahoy there, farm ticklers. It's time for some more agricultural escapades with the farmer-in-chief. Me, Colonel Failure. Since I'm hip to the latest farming simulator zeitgeist, I'll be starting out with nothing on a brand new farm. Of course, I say farm, but what I mean is a completely useless bit of land infested with nothing but raccoons and paintballers. I'll be honest with you, starting out from nothing is maybe a bit of an exaggeration on my part. I'm in hock with the bank to the tune of 500,000 groats. And all I've got to my name is this bicycle and a chainsaw. I'm somewhat optimistic that this will be sufficient to dissuade the bailiffs from taking all my cheese, but I'll need to get cracking pronto. The world will be running at 5 times its normal speed, giving me about an hour each month to bank as much wedge as possible before Johnny Wall Street extracts his pound of flesh. Should be a piece of cake. I remember when all this was trees. Well, now's when all it was trees. This is my land. Functionally useless for anything other than cutting down trees, which is somewhat fortunate given that I spent the last of my pocket money on a chainsaw and nothing else. This is all I've got. I'm renting a chainsaw, and this is what you do with a chainsaw. You chop the trees down, and then strategically speaking, what you try and do is cut the tree into about 200 kilo chunks, because I can't carry any more than 200 kilos because I haven't got the Superman Forestry Lumberjack mod installed or anything like that. Find approximately the right place, and then go, no, it's not quite, it's 229. Oh no, you don't, that's rubbish. I've got it now though, that's the one. Yeah, no. 207, okay, bit more should do the trick. 200s, can't lift it. Take off just a little bit more, because obviously you can't carry 200, you can carry 199. Cheers for that, nice one, lovely job. And anyway, then you use your appropriately weighted log against the trunk, and you've got a perfect measuring stick for kind of optimum. Of course, the tree gets lighter as it goes up, and oh, never mind. Just cut it into some chunks, and it'll probably work. I can always hack them apart if I feel the need to do so. But the rationale there is, someone said, you know, the closer you get to one log with max weight, the better off you are. Anyway, we'll up the tempo here a bit, because we'll go and flog this thing. All right, chuck it over the fence, chuck me over the fence, and then go on a lovely little wander. If I can remember, I'll flip in, pick that back up again. If I can remember where the log people are. Not that the people are made of logs, you understand, it's just that they have a yearning for logs, and I've got logs. Right, flog it. Ah, yeah, 287 quid. So by my calculations, I only need to do that a lot more. Back to the trees. I've kind of cut out some of the in-between steps here. You cut the tree down, chuck it over the fence, chuck over the fence, and then go find another tree, chuck that, tree, fence, chuck, log, fence, tree, fence, chuck, log, tree, fence. You kind of get a pick. Tree, log, tree, and I did that for a bit. And then I remembered, you can use a special log to push all of the logs once you've got it facing correctly. And that will save me a bunch of drop the log. That will save me a bunch of time, and that one's got away from me. So yeah, no, that's not going to save any time at all. So then I had another idea, which is a winner. Oh, dog. And that is just shuffle the logs gently forwards. Just gradually get them in the place that makes them a little bit closer, and therefore everything will be, it'll be easy. It'll be easy this way. You might get a little bit bored, but you've got to power through, son. You've got to get it done, because the objective here is to drop the log. Is to earn enough wedge to be able to buy a vehicle. So you keep things fresh. You move the logs forwards gradually. You chase a dog for no good reason, and then you take everything down to the. No, I've gone the wrong way. That's the other way. It's the other way. Go on. That's it. And you drop the log, and that's only a couple of logs. Obviously, a bit later on, I've got some logs. I'm 1,700 quid in the hole. This is not all the logs. It's just a couple, right? It's just a few. This is as much as I managed to accomplish by 2 o'clock in the ruddy morning after the bank's been and extracted the best part of 1,800 quid from me. Still, a quick sale later, and I've got 7,600 quid in the bank. I'm going shopping. Now, the following morning, I'm not necessarily in full control of my faculties because I spent the entire night up reading Budget Tractor magazine. And I've got exactly the tractor in mind that is going to make this job a heck of a lot easier. I'm getting the Lizard RTV Max 6000. I don't know if it carries 6,000 logs, but it's got a max of 6,000 something. And I'm going to lease that for 700 and change per month. Look at it. It's got 6 wheels. It's got a flatbed. It sounds like this. No, actually, it doesn't sound like that at all. It sounds like this. Yeah, I know, it's a disappointment for all of us, really. You're half expected to go like, come on then, let's be having you. But no, it doesn't. It goes, hello, I'm a little RTV, and we're going for a drive in the countryside. And you go, yeah, all right, whatever. But either way, the entire purpose of this beast is so that I haven't got to lug one log at a time to the wood people in order to benefit from them. It gets up quite a lick as well. This is gonna shave hours off the capering that was going on before. I've got a full day's work ahead of me. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and frankly, I cannot wait to start loading this bad boy full of log in order to benefit from it. Right, steer through the fence. Lovely. Good. Let's load up these 3 wrong uns that have just decided to wait here. So here's the technique. Log in the back. Yep. A second log. Are you getting this? Second log in the back. Yep. And then a third log in the back. And because, I mean, I can get more in than that. So I go down to the main pile, and we're gonna heap this up. And I thought, you didn't need to see me heaping it up, did you? No. Just take it for granted. That's the heap. It is up, and we're off to see the wood people. And they are going to pay big. Watch out for the tree. And they are going to pay big. And I did say watch out for the tree. Okay, well, this is a situation. It's okay. I'm a trained professional. A quick wiggle, and we'll be out of this. Nope. Okay, all right, that's fine. No, we're not out of ideas yet, because while the lucky log may have failed me earlier on in shifting things, the one thing I reckon it will be able to shift is I reckon it'll be able to flip this back on its wheels. Line it up, and ramming speed. Close. I think any further pushing there is optimistic. Have another pop at it. There we go. And bosh, like that. Where shall I put this log? All right, now I'll put it on the top of the pile. Yeah, you see, that no more leaving logs lying around. Belt off, belts on. Yeah, you've got to be quick on that one to make it work. Anyway, all loaded up, and we're going to go and see the wood people. And boy, oh boy, do I have a woody surprise for them. I mean, it's not really that much of a surprise. It's wood. I don't know what else they could possibly suspect. Except this time, I'm rocking up in the Lizard ATV Max 6000. And I've got at least 6,000's worth of logs in the back of the RTV Max 6000. Keep it steady. Drop it off. Lovely job. Right, it's payday. Give me my money. 700 quid. You're having a laugh. I mean, that's like 3 logs worth. I had at least 6 in the back of the RTV Max 6000. I think you're either taking the Michael. Right, okay, see if this one goes a little better. These are more lumpy logs, and that's not really helped the cornering. No. And they've fallen out. Okay, an even bigger load now, and bitch better have my money. This is the one. This is going to get me, sort me out for my next upgrade, and it's 1,600 quid. Well, it's not a huge amount. Anyway, get more ambitious with get more ambitious with logs, and that works. Eventually, I use up my original pile of logs, and it's time to get some more. So we're back on the chainsaw tip again, and making all of that happen, and I concoct a wizard scheme in order to make this work all the better. And that wizard scheme, hang on, I got a little bit of wood here. Just put that in lest I forget it. That wizard scheme is put an entire tree in the back of the RTV Max 6000 all at once. Oh yeah, no more fiddling around with tiddly bits of logs. No, we're going to take an entire tree in one go. Now, it's likely to flip out, so belts on. Big brain move. Because that way, when I chop this tree down so that it's actually portable, it's not going to overbalance. I should have possibly removed that other tree first, and the belts came off. Alright, put the belts back on. Everything's glorious. A smidge more ballast here might be required. I mean, I'm not getting all 6 wheels of the RTV Max 6000. I wonder if it's got 6,000 wheels. Regardless, I've got plenty of ballast on the floor in the form of trees, which can be ballasted up, no problemo. Good. That should provide enough weight to make sure that this thing stays on most of its wheels, if not, in fact, all of its wheels, which would be desirable. The good news, such as it is if I decide to take a sharp left-hander, the old log on the back there should probably prevent it from tipping over. But I'm not about to take that risk, because I'll have to find a magic log from somewhere to spin it back, and I can't be bothered. So here we go. Gently does it, gently does it, gently does it, gently does it, gently. There you go. Like a boss, never any doubts. Not for a second. We're arriving now at the wood people. Let's see if they've got their checkbook handy. I'm expecting 5, 6. Okay, 2 grand. Well, I mean, okay, it's arguably a little bit better than normal, but I'm not thrilled. Anyways, back to work. More logs. Flaming stupid. Just, it's okay. I've got the load here. Decided a different camera angle might amuse. You see. And quick jaunty hop out. That's going to be okay. Don't worry about it. That's all right. It's fine. Give me the cash. That's 1,700 quid. It all adds up. It all makes a difference. Plus, without a load on the back, you could just do a backspin to get this one reoriented. Go on, and whoopla, we're away. Obviously, the rest of the day is made up of quite a lot more of the same. Where I get increasingly ambitious vis-a-vis the number of logs we stick on the back, but I take my corners ever so carefully now. It's just the straights that throw me. We reached the end of the day, and the costs, well, 1,666 quid in loan interest, 440 quid in vehicle leasing, and 350 quid of property maintenance. But all told, I've managed to rake in 42 G's in the bank. That's a good number of G's. So the smart thing to do is, for the time being at least, slap 40 grand straight on top of that bank loan to make sure that I'm not paying any more than I absolutely have to. That said, of course, in the next episode, I'm very much likely to go and buy another piece of ludicrous equipment to hopefully mean that I never have to pick up a chainsaw again. If you want to see that, you're probably going to want to chuck a subscription at this channel. You're probably going to want to chuck a subscription at it anyway, because what else are you going to do with your life? I mean, don't answer that. I mean, you can if you like. The comments are there if you feel like telling us your life story, but I don't think anybody's going to be that bothered. Anyway, I'll catch up with you next time. Cheerio.